In this episode, you will discover 5 simple techniques you can implement today to use your passions to make your next career transition a huge success. Welcome to the Midlife Reinvention Podcast, a podcast helping women in career and life transitions achieve clarity on their next steps so they can transform uncertainty into an energizing next chapter. I'm your host, Kavita Ahuja, and the founder of It's My Time Now Coaching. If you're wondering what's next in your career or life, you are in the right place. Through solo and guest episodes, you'll gain practical tips, tools, and inspiration to help you uncover blocks, gain confidence, and be, do, and have what you want. I rediscovered myself after the age of 50, and I know you can too. It's my time now to help you do just that. I'm so excited you're here. Let's dive in. Hi there, and welcome to another mini episode of the Midlife Reinvention Podcast, where we talk about career and life transitions, especially for those of you asking, what's next? I'm so glad you're here for this special bonus episode. Today, I want to share some key takeaways from my recent conversation with Susan Maycock in episode 183, which you can apply practically into your life today. If you missed the longer episode, no worries. Go back to it for some of the juicy nuggets. But today I'll walk you through some of our biggest insights and how you can use them right now. The first one is about rediscovering your true self. One of the most striking things we talked about is that midlife transitions aren't about becoming a new person. Instead, it's a rediscovery of who you really are. That is exactly, and actually, it's the foundation of my pyramid of reinvention framework, which I take my clients through. We've all dealt with messy life stuff, jobs, family obligations, old habits. But beneath all that, there's a part of you that's curious and ready to learn, change, and grow. One practical tip is to ask yourself, what part of me did I love in my teens or 20s that I haven't honored lately? Maybe it's your artistic side, your athletic side, or even your desire to explore. Make a small plan to bring that spark back, like perhaps signing up for a weekend photography class or maybe taking walks in local parks to reconnect with nature. The second thing is to find passion in everyday moments. Susan and I discussed how passion isn't always about the huge life changes, like switching careers. It can be, in fact, as small as truly savoring a morning coffee or noticing the warmth of a cup in your hands. By slowing down enough to feel that spark in little moments, we train ourselves to be more open to bigger passions when they do show up. This also releases a lot of anabolic or constructive energy, which brings so many more possibilities into our lives. So try this tip today. Try a 10-second pause once or twice a day. When you pour your tea or coffee, stop and notice the aroma, the color, the warmth. Let that quick moment remind you that you can feel alive and present even in something very small. The third thing is the power of acceptance. When challenges pop up, whether they're big or small, our instinct is often to fix it or fight it or outrun them. How about we start with acceptance instead? That doesn't mean you have to like what's happening. It means acknowledging the reality of the situation and acknowledging how you feel about it. Does this actually open up new possibilities? Doing this actually opens up new possibilities because you're not stuck in fix it mode right away. So try this. When you're stressed, say to yourself, okay, this is happening. and I'm feeling really anxious about it. Take a deep breath and allow those feelings to exist without judging them. This little shift can give you the mental space to see solutions that fear or frustration might have blocked. And the fourth is living upwards, which is Susan's whole framework that revolves around a few things. One of them is self awareness, which is tuning into your natural well being. The other is living intentionally, deciding who you want to be in each moment rather than reacting out of habit, questioning your beliefs, and getting curious about which old stories and patterns keep you stuck, balancing surviving and thriving, recognizing that you need both, but also creating room for joy and creating abundance. Tapping into that gratitude and generosity to see that you already have what you need to move forward. So pick one of these ideas and give it a special attention this week. Maybe you focus on questioning beliefs. Whenever you, for example, catch yourself saying, I always do it this way, or I can't do that, ask yourself, is that really true? Notice if the belief still serves you or if it's just an old habit. And finally, is about building confidence through small wins. Confidence doesn't always mean knowing exactly what I'm doing from day one. It can also be trusting your capacity to learn and adapt. It's about recognizing that I can figure this out because that's what humans do. So try this. Each evening, jot down one small win. It could be handling a stressful email calmly or even carving out 10 minutes for journaling. Over time, these small proofs that you can tackle life curveballs add up, and you'll start seeing yourself as a capable and resilient person. So, there you have it, 5 main insights from my conversation with Susan Maycock. And if these tips inspire you, do listen to her full episode and check out her books as well. If you're not quite sure even where to start, reach out to me for a candid conversation. Remember, the whole idea is to rediscover that part of you that's always been ready to grow. Whether you're changing careers, starting a passion project, or just wanting to feel more joyful in daily life, these principles can help. Take a deep breath, give yourself permission to explore, and see what opportunities show up when you make even a little space for them. Thank you so much for tuning in and being a loyal listener or a new one to this podcast. It means so much to me. And if you would, please share this with a friend who you may need a boost so we can share these positive messages globally. Don't forget to subscribe for more episodes, which will automatically drop into your inbox on Mondays and Thursdays. Finally, really good place to start is if you're feeling unsure, is to take my quick career and life fulfillment quiz. This quiz takes less than a minute to complete and will give you an instant score on your level of fulfillment right now and gives you advice on what you can do about it. It's totally free and takes so little time, and the link is in the show notes. I'm excited to begin a segment in starting next episode on how this podcast has helped real listeners around the world. These are stories from women who have shared them with me about how this podcast has helped them. I'd love to hear from you. Have you done things a bit differently after listening to a particular episode? I'd love to hear from you. If you can send me a quick email at kavita@itsmytimenowcoaching.com, I will be sure to share your story, anonymously, of course, if you like, so that other people listening can realize that they're not alone in this journey. And this transition can be very difficult. And sometimes we feel like we're alone. By listening to how others around the world have been affected, you'll realize that you are not alone. What do you think? Do you want to share? Email me today. So until next time, my friend, take care. And remember, it's never too late to find what truly lights you up.